Hello and welcome to my channel and to this week's yoga class. This week we're going to be doing balancing poses alongside sun salutations. So we're going to start off hands on knees, sitting comfortably. If you want to, you can place a block underneath the seat just to lift the hips up and give you a more comfortable seated position. Close the eyes. We're going to do 3 centering breaths. So as you breathe in, inflate the whole body. And then as you breathe out, squeeze the belly button in, squeezing all the air back out. 2 more like that. Good. Open the eyes and we'll come onto all fours for 3 rounds of cat-cow. So you want to make sure hips are over knees, shoulders are over wrists. We're going to take 3 deep breaths. As you breathe in, we're going to drop the belly towards the mat, pull the shoulder blades together, looking up. And as you breathe out, rounding the back, tucking the chin to the chest. Breathe in and up, and out and down. Breathe in and up, and out and down. Breathe in, neutral, flat back. And we're going to do a little bit of extra stretching, so as you breathe out, just walking those hands forwards, bringing the chest down for puppy pose. If you want to, you can take it up onto the fingertips for an extend in the shoulders. And then we're going to roll it through, taking the feet wide on the mat behind us, keeping out on the elbows and forearms, and just lifting up for a sphinx. Pulling those shoulder blades together, lifting through that lower back. Still breathing deeply. On your next exhale, release to the floor, bring the hands by the ribs, tuck the toes under, pushing up and back, keeping those feet wide for a wide-legged down dog. If you want to, you can pedal the feet to stretch out the back of the legs. We'll take 1 more deep breath here. And then on your next exhale, you're just going to walk feet towards the hands. Big breath in, come all the way up, hands at prayer, bring it down to heart center, and we'll go into our sun salutations. So big breath in, arms up. As you breathe out, we're going down to the toes. Breathe in, half lift, flat back. As you breathe out, bring the hands to the mat, either jump it or step it back for plank. Breathe in here. As you breathe out, either knees, chin, chest, all the way to the floor, or chaturanga. Breathe in for up dog or cobra. As you breathe out, tuck the toes under, up and back, down dog. Breathe in here, and as you breathe out, either walk it or jump it forwards. Breathe in, half lift, flat back. As you breathe out, we're going to go into our spine stretch. So either taking hold of elbows and holding for our ragdoll, or taking the arms long, or if you can, take hold of those big toes, wherever you are, tucking head towards the knees, and taking 2 deep breaths. Release the hands, big breath in, come all the way up, hands to prayer. As you breathe out, bring it to heart center. And we'll go into our second sun salutation. Breathe in, arms up. As you breathe out, go down to the toes. Breathe in, half lift, flat back. As you breathe out, bring the hands to the mat, either jump it or step it back to plank. Breathe in here. As you breathe out, either knees, chin, chest, all the way to the floor or chaturanga. Breathe in for up dog or cobra. As you breathe out, tuck the toes under, up and back, down dog. Breathe in here. And as you breathe out, either walk it or jump it forwards. Breathe in, half lift. As you breathe out, we'll go into our second spine stretch. So wherever you were before, see if you can go a little bit further. If you had hold of the elbows, drop the arms long. If the arms were long, see if you can get hold of those big toes. If you had hold of the big toes, see if you can slide the hands underneath the feet. Tucking the head towards the knees. Breathing deeply. Take one more deep breath here. Release the hands. Big breath in, come all the way up. Hands to prayer. As you exhale, bring them down to heart center. Good. We'll do our sun salutation B. Breathe in, arms up. As you breathe out, we're going to sit it back for our chair pose. Pulling in that belly button, tucking underneath that tail. Breathe in here. As you breathe out, release, forward fold. Breathe in, half lift, flat back. As you breathe out, bring the hands to the mat. Either jump it or step it back to plank. Breathe in here. As you breathe out, knees, chin, chest, all the way to the floor or chaturanga. Breathe in for up dog or cobra. As you breathe out, tuck the toes under, up and back, down dog. As you breathe in, we're going to take the right leg towards the ceiling. We're going to keep it long and strong today, because as we breathe out, we're going to take it wide of the right hand. Take the right hand towards the ceiling for our twisted lunge. Keeping strong, 2 deep breaths here, looking at that top thumb. As you breathe out, bring the hand back to the mat. Step that right foot back. Breathe in here. As you breathe out, knees, chin, chest, all the way to the floor or chaturanga. Breathe in, up dog or cobra. As you breathe out, tuck the toes under, up and back, down dog. As you breathe in, take the left foot towards the ceiling this time. Again, keeping it long. Then as we breathe out, step it to the outside of the right hand, left hand, and then take that left hand towards the ceiling for our twisted lunge on the other side. Keeping it strong, 2 deep breaths, looking at that top thumb. And on your next exhale, bring that hand back to the mat, stepping that foot back. Inhale here. As you exhale, knees, chin, chest, all the way to the floor or chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale for down dog. Inhale here. Exhale to jump it forwards or step it forwards. Inhale, bring it back to our chair pose. Pulling in that belly button, tucking under the tail. Take a deep breath here. Inhale, standing it tall. You could add a bit of a back bend if you wish. Exhale, hands to prayer, bring it to heart center. Good. Bring it down to Tadasana. We're going to go into our standing set and then into our balances. So to start with, we're going to step right foot back. Nice long stride. Making sure heels line up, bending that left knee deeply, and we're going to bring the arms up for our warrior two. Squeezing the shoulder blades together, squeezing the glutes, activating the hamstrings and quads, pushing the weight through the little toe on the back foot. We're going to hold this for 2 more deep breaths, keeping both arms level, looking over that front middle finger. We're going to straighten that front leg, hop that back foot in just slightly, and we're going to drop down for our triangle pose. Now if you need to, you can put a block in front of that foot, or you can just come to shin or ankle. If you can, bring the fingertips down to the mat, taking the top arm all the way towards the ceiling and then looking towards that top thumb. Take 1 more deep breath here. Bring that hand down to meet the other one. We're going to bend that front knee, place both hands beside the foot. We're then going to lift that back foot up, taking all the weight in that front foot. Really trying to get that back leg as high as you can. See if you can get into a standing split, dropping that head towards the knees. Good. Release the foot back, relax in a forward fold. Breathe in, bend the knees, come all the way up. Back bend it slightly. As you breathe out, bring the hands to prayer at heart center. Good. We'll do the same on the other side. Release it to your Tadasana. Take a deep breath here. So when we're in Tadasana, we don't want to be all limp and floppy, keeping the palms facing forwards, quads engaged, lifting the knees, glutes squeezed. Again, we're going to step it back, this time stepping the left foot back for a nice lunge into our warrior two again. Heels lined up, bend the right knee deeply this time, bringing the arms up, squeezing the shoulder blades together, keeping that front knee bent, keeping the glutes and thighs squeezed and activated, looking over that front middle finger, keeping both arms up high and level. Take 3 deep breaths here. Good. We're going to hop that back foot in slightly, straighten the front leg, lean it forwards and then down for triangle on the other side. So again, you can use a block, just go to the shin or the ankle or to the floor. Taking that top arm up high, looking towards the top thumb. Take 2 more deep breaths here. Bring that top hand down to meet the other one. Bend that front knee. Hands come either side of that right foot. Push your weight into the right foot. Lift the left leg. Drop the head towards the knees. Try and push yourself towards standing splits. Keep that balance. Keep that stretch. Release that left foot down to the right foot. Stand in a forward fold. Bend the knees. Big breath in. Come all the way up. Back bend it. As you breathe out, bring the hands together. Bring them to heart center. Good. Give yourself a bit of a shake out. And we'll go into our full-on balancing set. So for this set, I would recommend you have at least 1 block, set up at the top in the middle of your mat, because we're going to be doing warrior threes and half moons. So if you haven't got the full flexibility to get down to a block to the floor, you will need a block in place. So you can have it any way you want. If you only need a little bit of help, have it flat. Need a lot of help, have it upright. Whatever works for you. I'm going to have it that way and see how it gets on. So we're going to start on right foot. So we're going to make sure right foot is in line with our block. We're going to get our balance. As we breathe in, we're going to bring the arms up by the ears, keeping the shoulders down and lifting that left knee. Good. Take a deep breath here. As you exhale, we're going to take that foot back, bringing it up behind us and dropping down to our warrior three. Trying to keep a nice long line. Now if this is difficult, this is where your block can come in, and you can come down to your block, or you can use a wall or whatever you need. From here we're going to go into our half moon. So you're going to drop right hand down to mat or block. We're going to flex that back foot. We're going to open the left hand towards the ceiling. If you can, we're going to rotate to look away from us, or even towards that top thumb, keeping everything nice and tight. It's hard to talk and do this pose. Bring the left foot in and bring it down to a wide-ish forward fold. So I've got my feet almost the width of my mat. Just drop your head, allow yourself to hang in it. You can bend the knees, have a wiggle, whatever feels good. Big breath in, come all the way up. Hands to prayer. As you breathe out, bring the hands to heart center. Good. If you want a bit more of a wiggle, feel free. We're going to do that same balance on the other side. So getting your balance on your left foot. Once you are balanced and ready, breathe in, arms come up, right knee this time comes up. Take a deep breath here. On your next out breath, we're going to take it through to your warrior three. Keeping the arms by the ears, the back leg out straight, front leg strong. Again, if you need that block, feel free to use it in whatever manner suits you best. We'll hold this for one more deep breath. Bring that left hand now down to the floor or the block, flexing that back foot. Bringing the top arm up. We're going to open it up to looking towards the front. That's it. Keep it strong. One more deep breath here. Bring that foot down. Bring the hand down. Again, going into that slightly wider than normal forward fold. It's a very difficult pose. Just allow yourself to completely relax in the forward fold. You can bend the knees. Breathe in, arms up. As you breathe out, bring the hands together and bring them to heart center in prayer. Good. So we're going to come to the top of the mat. Breathe in, arms up. As you breathe out, come down to the toes. Breathe in, half lift, flat back. As you breathe out, bring the hands to the mat. Just gently step it back for your plank. Inhale here. As you exhale, knees, chin, chest, up for a gentle cobra. As you inhale, Exhale, release to the floor. Tuck the toes under, up and back, down dog. Inhale here. Exhale, we're going to bring the knees to the mat in a wide leg child's pose, just sitting it back. Take 3 deep breaths here. When you're ready, bring yourself up to a kneeling position. So we're going to take a hero pose to stretch the quads. So keeping the knees together, feet wide, trying to sit down on the floor. If you cannot sit on the floor, take a block and just pop it under the seat and just sitting back onto it. If you're not feeling too much of a stretch in the quads in this position on the front of the legs, just lean it back. If you have the flexibility, you could walk it all the way back and lay it down on the floor. You can walk it down onto elbows. Just take it to wherever's comfortable for you. Wherever you are, just relax into the pose and take 2 more deep breaths. Bring yourself back up to seated. Remove the block if you had one under you. And just come to seated position. Legs out in front of you. Feet flexed. We'll do Dandasana. Forward fold. So we're going to breathe in, arms up. As we breathe out, just folding forwards. Trying to get towards those toes. Now if this feels uncomfortable on the hips, you can sit back on your block just to lift you up a little bit. If you're feeling it uncomfortable in the back of the knees, bend the knees slightly to make it more comfortable. And if you can't get anywhere near your toes, you can either use a yoga belt or towel around the feet, or just go to shins, ankles, wherever you can get to. We'll take 3 more deep breaths here. Good, walk yourself back up. I'm just going to shuffle down my mat. I'm going to bring the hands by the sides, lift the feet. We'll take a short boat pose. We're going to hold for 3, 2, 1, keeping that chest lifted. We're going to slowly lower down. See if you can stop it halfway and hold again for 3, 2, 1. Release all the way. Good. Laying on the floor. We'll be going into Savasana soon, so feel free to begin to get yourself a bit more comfortable. Bring the knees in for a gentle squeeze. We're going to take the arms out to the side. Just drop the knees to the right for 3 deep breaths. Bring the knees back to centre, give them a gentle squeeze. Take the arms wide again and drop the knees over to the left for 3 deep breaths that way as well. Bring the knees back to centre. One final squeeze. Let the right leg go long on the mat. Let the left leg go long. Take them nice and wide. Bring the hands and arms by the sides, palms facing up. Get yourself comfortable and we'll go into our Savasana. On your next in-breath, take your attention to your toes, your feet and your legs. And as you breathe out, let all the tension melt away. On your next in-breath, take your attention to your hips, your back and your stomach. And as you breathe out, let all the tension melt away. On your next in-breath, take your attention to your fingers, your hands and your arms. And as you breathe out, let all the tension melt away. On your next in-breath, take your attention to your chest and your shoulders. And as you breathe out, let all the tension melt away. On your next in-breath, take your attention to your neck, your face and your head. And as you breathe out, let the last of the tension leave your body. We're going to lay here, totally relaxed on our mats, breathing deeply. Begin now to start wriggling the fingers and the toes to start waking the body back up. I'm going to move the feet together and take the hands and arms up over the top of the body and really stretch all the way from the fingers to the toes. When you feel ready, roll onto your side. You can use your arm as a pillow. I will take a couple more deep breaths here. Begin now to push yourself up to a comfortable seated position. If you want to use a block to sit on, then please do. We're going to close the eyes, bring the hands at prayer at heart center. Take 3 final deep breaths to lock in our practice. in the lap, the chin to the chest, open the eyes, and we're all done. Thank you very much for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you next week. Namaste.